Hi, my name is Jane Powell. Welcome to Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. This is a show showcasing community involvement, and today my guest is very season appropriate, always appropriate. Barb Mallory, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Barb, your title is Director of Information and Referral Services for the United Way of Central West Virginia.
Correct.
So we have a lot to talk about because I know you're a very busy lady and you do a lot during the day and evenings. So tell me about you, and I know that you're nationally certified.
Yes.
And so that's very important. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I guess, tell me, this time of year, I'd like to talk, I know we will get to 211 because
Right.
it's a very important program, but given the time of year, I'd like to talk a little bit about your side business, your side gig of the Christmas Bureau.
Yes, I love the Christmas Bureau. That's my favorite time of year. And the Christmas Bureau is a clearinghouse for the agencies in the area that provide toys and food to families during the Christmas season. And we cover Boone, Kanawha, and Putnam counties. And so all of the applications for toys come through our office, and we enter them into a central database so that we don't have people going from agency to agency getting multiple toys for the same child. That allows us to help more children. So that's the main purpose of the Christmas Bureau, is to make sure that we're serving as many kids as we possibly can. It's my favorite group of folks. We've got about 38 organizations and agencies and churches that participate. And we meet in July. We have Christmas in July.
I love that.
We do every year, and we all get together and we decide who's covering what zip codes, what the criteria is going to be, the eligibility, and we all get on the same page and work together. And then we start taking applications in early September.
So 38 groups from the area come together to provide Christmas for children.
About 30, yes.
Wow.
Yes, it's great. It could be a small food pantry, or it could be a large organization like the Salvation Army. You know, we run the gamut from just really small areas that are trying to do what they can for their community to the larger organizations that do it nationwide.
So you said it covers Boone, Putnam, and Kanawha
Yes.
counties. And you have 30 people now. I'm guessing that you could use 30 more if you had
Oh,
them.
absolutely.
So if I am a business or an organization and I have the means to help a little bit, how do I go about that?
The best way, and we do need some more providers for toys. Food is taken care of, but toys, we're still about 200 kids still need sponsored.
Wow.
So, because we take thousands of applications and we serve thousands of children and families. So it's, these toy providers work hard to get sponsors for all of these kids, but sometimes the number of applicants outweigh the number of sponsors. So if you would like to help, we would love to point you in the right direction. Just give us a call. We can chat with you and find out, what area you live in. Maybe you want to help a toy provider in your area, and we can give you the contact information for that.
And so that contact information would be to get in touch with you.
Yes.
And it would be 304-414-4405.
Correct. Yes.
And of course, they could call United Way.
Absolutely.
Or dial 211, which I know we're going to talk about.
Right.
There's lots of ways to find you.
Yes. I can't hide anywhere.
And just, if I wanted to be a provider, I guess I can tell you how much I have to give.
Right.
Is that
typically,
right?
Yeah, typically if you adopt a child through one of the toy providers, you're asked to provide toys that total $75. They usually give us a list of 3 toys that they want that doesn't exceed $75. So for that amount, you can definitely provide Christmas. But if you don't have $75 and you still want to help, you can make a monetary contribution to these toy providers, and they'll go shopping for you. And they'll combine other people's money with yours to meet the needs of the children.
That's great. And then if I'm a business and can be a provider or an organization, is there a limit or a minimum that I have to contribute?
No, any amounts.
Right.
Any amount helps. $10 helps, And some of the parents have requested clothing for their children, and they're asked not to do that unless they really need it. So the extra money that comes in to help can be used to provide gloves, hats, coats, shoes, things that these children need to have a successful school year.
That's right, because it's cold. We
It
know
is very cold.
It's cold early this year.
Yes, it is.
And no one wants to be cold and
No.
uncomfortable. So I love that you're doing that, and that there are a way that people can get involved by reaching out to you. But toys aren't the only thing that you provide. Is that true? That there are other services that the Christmas Bureau handles, and I know that sign up for that starts very early.
Yes.
And so we're getting to the point where requesting the services is a little tricky.
Yeah, at this time, most of the deadlines are the first week of November.
Okay.
Because it takes those toy providers a good month to get sponsors for all those children. And that's, a lot of folks don't even start thinking about Christmas until right before Thanksgiving. So it makes it tricky for some of the families. Now, we do have an organization that has agreed to try to help sponsor some children that missed the deadline. So you can give us a call at our office, and we can share that information with you. But we can't promise that they're going to be able to help you.
Right.
So keep in mind for next year, call us in early September and we can tell you where to sign up. We do have sign-up locations all over those 3 counties.
Mm-hmm. And then if you work with someone this year, do you reach out to them next year?
Everybody that signs up this year gets an application in the mail next year.
That's great.
Yeah.
And there are food baskets as well. Is that
There
right?
are, yes. There's a lot of food providers in Kanawha County. That's one thing we still would like to have more partners in Boone and Putnam. I'm sure the food pantries do that, and that's where we refer folks to. But since they're not part of the Christmas Bureau officially, I can't assign people to them for food. But Kanawha County, I have food partners for every single zip code in Kanawha County, which is amazing.
It is amazing.
It is.
And I think that's a key thing that we kind of breezed over. So much of this is based on zip code.
Everything's based on zip codes, yes. Yes,
So-
Secret Santa covers certain zip codes. We have a toy provider called Bags of Blessings. We have Heart and Hand. Then you have Union Mission that covers, several counties, but you have to go through them. And Covenant House covers Kanawha County, but you have to go through them. But they use our database as a clearinghouse to make sure those folks that they sign up haven't already been provided for by another provider.
And right, and then that way, based on that zip code, the client who's asking for services and the service provider, that's how you match them.
Right. The Christmas Bureau takes their zip code and matches them with the food provider for their zip code and the toy provider for their zip code.
So that just geographically makes it easier if there's no traveling involved.
Exactly. We try. Now sometimes we have toy providers that cover a lot of zip codes, like Secret Santa and Bags of Blessing. They cover a lot of zip codes. So there is a little bit of traveling. But believe me, I've been there on those give out days. Those families are not sad that they had to travel to pick that up.
Oh, I'm sure.
They're so appreciative and so sweet. And it's my favorite time of year. I love to be able to see, because parents have a lot of stress right now. And I'm telling you, we have an awful lot of grandparents and great-grandparents submitting these applications. So these folks are dealing with things that are already stressful. To worry about providing Christmas toys for your children in your household shouldn't be one of those things that's stressful. So see the relief on their faces when they come in to pick that up, and the gratitude and the tears and the hugs, it's just a marvelous thing to experience. It truly is.
So my guess is that many of these families are making the basic needs. They're making that work, but a little extra, like a birthday
Right.
or a Christmas,
It's
is
hard.
just something that they're not planned for.
It's hard to budget for Christmas when every ounce of your check goes for utilities and food and clothes. It's hard to find a little extra, and their child might have a particular item they want and they know they can't afford it, so it's really neat to be able to provide that for some of these children.
I love that.
It's
I love that
great.
it's the Christmas Bureau in your red. It's such.
I had
'tis
to
the
wear red
season.
in my Santa necklace.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But there is another part of your job.
Yes.
So Christmas Bureau is very big and very time consuming. And really, if you're starting in July, it's a good 6-month program.
It is.
But there is something that you do the other 6 months and continue
Yes.
while you're managing the Christmas Bureau, and that is West Virginia 211.
Right.
Tell us about 211, because it is something that we talk about a lot, but I don't know that everyone knows about
I
211.
agree. We try to get the word out, but we want everybody to know about West Virginia 211. 211 is a nationwide phone number, and we call ourselves the 911 of social services.
Okay.
So if somebody has come up against something and they don't know where to reach out for help with that, all they have to do is dial those 3 numbers, 211, and that will connect them to the call center. They'll be asked their zip code, and then they're going to be either provided information about the resources in that area, or in my case, they'll be transferred to my office, and I will work with them to find a resource for what they have a need for.
So just to be clear, 911 is for medical emergencies.
Exactly.
And 211 is for,
Social services such as utility assistance,
okay,
prescriptions, maybe you need a medical clinic or a dental clinic, or you somebody in your family's had a stroke and they need a wheelchair ramp built. You know, now I can't promise you I'm going to have a resource for every need that you have, because some areas have more resources than others, and I cover 6 counties for 211. And so there's not always a resource, but if there is, I hope I have it and I can share that with you.
so 211 is a national program, but it
Yes.
is, again, statewide.
This is
So
our
national,
211.
statewide.
Yes.
And United Way is the statewide.
We're going to be. Right
Okay.
now, 211 is out of a call center in Weirton, and we're hoping to get that changed. And
Great.
pretty soon, we're going to be bigger and better than ever with wonderful resources, and the United Ways in the whole state have come together, and they're going to be really helping with those resources.
That's just wonderful.
It's phenomenal.
So I'm not dialing 911.
No.
I'm just dialing no area
211.
code, just 3 little
Just those
numbers
3
on
numbers.
the phone, 211. And then if I am in Boone, Clay, Kanawha, Logan, or Putnam County,
And Lincoln for
and
211.
Lincoln County, that I would be referred to you in your
Yes.
office.
Yes. And you can call my office direct if you don't want to do that. But if you call 211 and tell them you want the Charleston office, they'll get you to me.
Okay, I'm sure that they will. And then I know it's a big program. Do you need volunteers? Do you need providers for 211? How can people help with 211?
Anytime you know of a service that's available, give me a call and give me some information on it, and I'll be glad to reach out to them to see if it's something that should be in our database of resources, because I don't know all the resources out there. I do my best, but I'm one person, so it's hard to cover all 6 counties and have every single resource that's out there. So I'm always eager to learn of more.
Well, because I'm sure the organizations are shifting a little bit in what they do, and new ones are popping up.
And things change, like you say. So, we're always, every year we go through every single resource we have. We give them a call. We find out if they're still doing the same services, if their contact information is the same, because we want to make sure we're giving perfect information out to our callers.
Right. Wow. That is a big undertaking.
It is, but it's so rewarding.
So many people that you're servicing and helping and making their lives better. I love that.
I do too. I love my job.
Yeah, I love that. So let's just talk again about how people can get in touch with you, and that would be for Christmas Bureau or for 211.
Yes.
That would be to dial 211,
Right.
or to dial direct to you, 304-414-4405.
Correct.
Barb, thank you so much for being
Oh,
here
thanks
today.
for having me.
I hope
Appreciate it.
everyone keeps in mind, if they have a little extra, to reach out to you for Christmas Bureau, and that you continue the good work with 211.
Thank you.
This has been Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.